Let's be honest. If your penis just doesn't get hard like it used to, if your energy feels drained day after day like your battery's permanently low, if you find yourself pulling away from intimacy, not because you want to, but because your body simply won't cooperate anymore, then please hear this clearly right now. It might not just be getting older. Could be something far simpler, far more fixable. Your body might be silently crying out, starving for 3 specific vitamins. Neglecting them is like trying to drive a high-performance car on empty. Things sputter, stall, and eventually just stop working right. Before we dive deep, make sure you don't miss a single vital tip. Hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. We create this content specifically for men over 60 who are ready to take their health and vitality back. If this message resonates with you, type Y in the comments below. If it doesn't quite hit the mark, type N and tell me how I can serve you better. Alright, let's get straight to the heart of it. I'm Dr. David Lee. For over 30 years, I've dedicated my practice to helping men over 60 rediscover the energy, the vitality, and yes, the sexual confidence they feared was lost forever. Here's a truth many doctors overlook. So many older men aren't actually lacking desire. What they're truly lacking is circulation, stamina, and hormone support. And the solution? It very often doesn't begin in a pharmacy. It starts right in your kitchen, on your plate, and with understanding what your body desperately needs. Today, I'm going to show you exactly which 3 vitamins are absolutely crucial for every man over 60. I'll explain how they work together to help restore natural erections, gently boost your testosterone levels, and bring your energy roaring back to life. But stick with me, because in just a moment, I'll also reveal the single biggest, most dangerous mistake men make when trying to take these vitamins. It's a mistake that can completely sabotage your efforts, and I'll show you exactly how to avoid it, starting tonight. We're starting with the first, and perhaps the most overlooked, key to restoring healthy blood flow and natural erections for men over 60. It's something your body used to produce effortlessly, especially when you spent time soaking up the sun outdoors. But as the years pass, your levels can plummet sharply. And guess what plummets right along with it? Your circulation, your energy, and yes, your performance. I'm talking about vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin. For you, right now, it might just be the essential foundation for getting your strength and confidence back. Let me explain why it's so critical. 1. Vitamin D. The circulation spark plug. Picture this. I'm sitting across from Paul, a sharp, thoughtful 67-year-old retired teacher. There's a deep frustration etched on his face. "Doc," he says, leaning forward, his voice low and earnest, "I still want to be close to my wife. I love her, but my body, it just won't cooperate anymore. It's like the connection is broken." That quiet confession, I've heard variations of it hundreds of times over my decades in men's health. And more often than not, the very first step towards reigniting that spark isn't some complex prescription or invasive procedure. It's something remarkably simple: vitamin D. We tend to massively underestimate vitamin D, especially for men over 60. We dismiss it as just the bone vitamin or something you get from a few minutes in the sun. But the reality is far more profound. Vitamin D plays a direct, powerful, and absolutely essential role in male sexual function and overall vitality. Think of it as the master switch that helps your blood vessels relax, open up, and deliver that crucial oxygen-rich blood everywhere it needs to go, including, critically, to the areas that define your masculinity and performance. It's the spark plug for your circulatory engine. Without sufficient vitamin D, that circulation slows to a crawl. Energy levels plummet. Intimacy becomes a frustrating challenge instead of a natural, enjoyable connection. Studies consistently show this is a massive problem. Research published in journals like the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism suggests that over 40% of older adults are deficient in vitamin D. That's nearly half. I'm talking about good men, responsible men, men who try to exercise, who eat reasonably well, who take care of themselves, yet still find themselves asking, "Why don't I feel like myself anymore?" Here's the biochemical reason. When your vitamin D levels are low, your body produces less nitric oxide. This molecule is absolutely fundamental for blood vessel dilation and healthy blood flow. the very foundation of sexual performance and endurance. But the impact isn't confined to the bedroom. Low vitamin D saps your stamina, clouds your mental clarity, and quietly erodes your overall confidence. It's a silent thief. The incredibly good news? Fixing a vitamin D deficiency doesn't require heroic measures. It's remarkably achievable. Aim for 15 to 20 minutes of gentle morning sunlight on bare skin, arms, legs, most days. Include more fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or tuna, along with fortified dairy or plant milks in your diet. Crucially, supplement with a high-quality vitamin D3, cholecalciferol. This is the form your body uses best, far superior to D2, ergocalciferol. The transformation can be profound. I've witnessed patients who struggled to finish a walk around the block suddenly feel re-energized, revitalized, and crucially, reconnected to their partners and to life itself. This isn't wishful thinking. It's well-established biochemistry and physiology in action. It's one of the simplest, most effective ways to reclaim your foundational strength and blood flow. But as powerful as vitamin D is for getting the blood moving, it's only part of the equation. Even with good circulation, your body needs the raw energy to fuel that movement, to sustain it, and to turn it into confident action. That's where our second vital nutrient steps in. If you've ever felt inexplicably tired, sluggish, or mentally foggy, even after a decent night's sleep, this next vitamin could very well be the missing key. Let's talk about the energy generator. 2. Vitamin B12, the energy generator. Meet Robert. A 72-year-old retired firefighter, a proud grandfather, a man who carried himself with the strength of his former profession. But beneath that strong exterior, he looked utterly drained. "Doc," he confessed, rubbing his temples, "I sleep a solid 8 hours most nights. I eat my meals, decent stuff, you know? But I still feel like I'm dragging myself through wet concrete every single day. My brain feels wrapped in cotton wool. My body's just tired. And when it's time to be close with my wife, forget it. I just don't have anything left in the tank." Robert's story struck a deep chord because it was heartbreakingly common and so easily missed in routine checkups. What he described were the classic telltale signs of a vitamin B12 deficiency, a condition I see affecting countless men crossing the threshold of 60. Vitamin B12 isn't just another nutrient. It's the very core of your cellular energy production. Think of it as the foreman on the factory floor of every single cell in your body. Its job? To help convert the food you eat, the carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, into adenosine triphosphate, ATP, the fundamental molecule your cells use for fuel. Without sufficient B12, this conversion process sputters and stalls. No matter how well you eat or how much you sleep, your system is essentially running on fumes. You feel perpetually exhausted because, biochemically speaking, you are. But B12's role extends far beyond general fatigue. It's absolutely critical for forming healthy red blood cells in your bone marrow. These red blood cells are the tiny cargo ships tasked with carrying life-giving oxygen from your lungs to every tissue in your body, your muscles, your brain, your heart, and yes, crucially, your sexual organs. When B12 is low, red blood cell production falters. These cells can become fewer in number, larger, and less efficient at carrying oxygen, a condition called macrocytic anemia. The result? Oxygen delivery plummets, stamina evaporates, mental focus dissolves into frustrating fog. You may feel disconnected, disinterested, and distant from the activities and people that once brought you joy. The spark of life dims. Here's the critical catch, especially for men over 60. Your ability to absorb vitamin B12 from food naturally declines with age. This happens for several reasons. Stomach acid production decreases. Acid is needed to liberate B12 from food, and the lining of your stomach may produce less intrinsic factor, a protein essential for B12 absorption in the small intestine. So, even if you're eating meat, eggs, or dairy, the primary dietary sources, your body might simply not be grabbing enough of it. That's why so many older men feel perpetually tired, weak, or mentally sluggish, even when standard blood tests come back looking fine. The B12 deficiency is slipping through the cracks. The solution, however, can be surprisingly straightforward and transformative. Supplement with high-quality vitamin B12, specifically in the form of methylcobalamin. This is the active, ready-to-use form your body can immediately utilize, bypassing potential conversion problems associated with the cheaper, synthetic cyanocobalamin found in many generic supplements. In cases of severe deficiency or known absorption issues, like pernicious anemia, doctor-administered B12 injections can provide a rapid and highly effective boost to get levels back on track. The results I've witnessed are nothing short of remarkable. Men like Robert, who once dozed off mid-afternoon, find themselves hiking trails, engaging fully in conversations, laughing with genuine energy, and rediscovering the simple joy of being fully present with their loved ones. It's a renaissance of vitality, often stemming simply from correcting a deficiency they never knew was holding them back. But energy and circulation alone aren't the complete picture for restoring masculine vitality. Your body also needs robust protection. It needs something that actively shields your delicate blood vessels, calms the fires of chronic inflammation, and directly supports the very hormones, especially testosterone, that fuel your drive, strength, and sense of self. That's where our third essential vitamin comes into play. It's often mistakenly pigeonholed as just the fertility vitamin, but its impact for men over 60 is far broader and more profound. In fact, without it, your testosterone levels and circulatory health may be quietly slipping away. Let's explore vitamin E. 3. Vitamin E. The Vitality Shield. James walked into my clinic with the bearing of a man used to command, a 70-year-old retired airline pilot. But beneath that confident exterior was palpable frustration and confusion. "Doc," he stated firmly, "I do everything right. I eat clean, plenty of veggies, lean protein. I exercise 4 times a week, cardio and weights. I get my checkups. But lately, I feel off. My drive is down. I don't bounce back from workouts like I used to. And honestly," his voice dropped slightly, "I just don't feel like a man anymore. Not the way I should." His words hit hard. James wasn't lazy or neglectful. He was disciplined, proud, and fiercely committed to his health. Yet, he was missing a crucial piece of the puzzle, something most routine checkups and even many doctors overlook: vitamin E. Don't let the simplistic fertility vitamin label fool you. Vitamin E, particularly in its full spectrum of natural forms, tocopherols and tocotrienols, is a potent powerhouse for mature male health. Its primary superpower? Acting as a major fat-soluble antioxidant. This means it specializes in neutralizing harmful molecules called free radicals. Why is this so vital? Because as we age, oxidative stress, the damage caused by an overload of free radicals, runs rampant. This stress silently damages cell membranes, including the delicate linings of your blood vessels. It fuels chronic, low-grade inflammation throughout your body. This inflammation is like a slow-burning fire, constantly eroding your health. For men over 60, this oxidative damage and inflammation have particularly serious consequences. Blood vessel damage. Inflammation makes blood vessels stiff and less responsive. Remember that essential blood flow we talked about with vitamin D? Vitamin E helps protect the very pipes that blood flows through, keeping them flexible and resilient. When blood vessels are damaged and inflexible, erections suffer. They're fundamentally dependent on healthy, responsive blood vessels. Hormonal impact. Studies, including research published in Aging Male, suggest a link between oxidative stress, inflammation, and declining testosterone levels. Vitamin E, by combating this stress, helps create a more favorable environment for healthy testosterone production and function. Low testosterone isn't just a bedroom issue. It profoundly affects mood, motivation, muscle mass, bone density, and your overall sense of well-being and purpose. Cellular protection. Every cell in your body, including those in your reproductive organs, brain, and heart, benefits from the protective shield of vitamin E against oxidative damage. The decline James felt of the reduced drive, the slower recovery, the diminished sense of masculinity, were classic signs that this protective shield was wearing thin. The constant background inflammation and oxidative stress were taking their toll. Restoring optimal vitamin E levels is both simple and delicious. Focus on whole food sources, a handful of almonds or sunflower seeds as a snack, a generous drizzle of extra virgin olive oil on salads or steamed vegetables. Leafy greens like spinach or Swiss chard, avocados, wheat germ. If supplementation is needed, often the case to reach optimal levels for therapeutic benefit. Choose a high-quality, full-spectrum natural vitamin E supplement. Look for mixed tocopherols and tocotrienols, or D-alpha tocopherol. Avoid synthetic DL-alpha forms. Synthetic forms are less effective and lack the full range of beneficial compounds found in natural sources. The turnaround can be significant. Men like James return months later, often with a noticeable spring in their step, reporting feeling sharper mentally, stronger physically, and crucially, more connected to their sense of self and vitality. It's about restoring the body's natural defenses and resilience. Now, you might be thinking, okay, each of these sounds helpful on its own, but what happens when you combine them? Is there some kind of magic that happens when vitamin D, B12, and E work together? The answer is a resounding yes. In fact, when used correctly and consistently, these three nutrients create a powerful synergy, a ripple effect that amplifies their individual benefits, transforming not just isolated symptoms like low energy or poor erections, but your entire experience of aging. Let me share a story that perfectly illustrates this synergy. 4. The power of 3. Why synergy is the real secret. Walter was 68, a retired high school coach who embodied the phrase, active and sharp. He prided himself on staying fit and engaged. He'd started taking vitamin D after reading about its benefits for immunity and bones. Later, feeling some persistent tiredness, he added a B12 supplement. Finally, after we discussed the testosterone and vascular protection angle, he incorporated a natural vitamin E complex. He noticed gradual improvements with each step. But it wasn't until he committed to taking all three consistently, in the right forms and dosages, that something truly remarkable clicked. I vividly recall him striding into my office one afternoon, a broad grin on his face. "Doc," he declared, slapping the desk lightly, "I don't know exactly what alchemy you've got me on, but I feel like someone swapped out my old engine for a brand new one. Energy, back, focus, sharp as a tack. And let's just say, things are working like they haven't in years down south." My wife's thrilled. That, my friends, is the undeniable power of synergy. These vitamins don't just work in parallel. They actively support and amplify each other's effects, creating a holistic foundation for vitality. Vitamin D acts as the circulation igniter. By boosting nitric oxide production, it opens up the highways, blood vessels, ensuring efficient traffic flow, blood, to all vital destinations. Vitamin B12 acts as the cellular fuel master. By optimizing red blood cell production and cellular energy, ATP, generation, it ensures there's plenty of high-octane fuel, oxygen, and energy available to be transported and used efficiently because the highways are open. Vitamin E acts as the vitality protector. By shielding blood vessels from oxidative damage and inflammation, it keeps those highways smooth, flexible, and resilient for the long haul. Simultaneously, by supporting a healthier hormonal environment, including testosterone, it ensures the body's performance commands are clear and strong. It protects the fuel lines and the engine itself. Think of it as the vitality triangle: circulation, D, plus energy, B12, plus protection/hormonal support, E. Each corner reinforces the others. This synergy is especially critical as we age. Nutrient absorption becomes less efficient. Inflammation tends to creep up. Recovery takes longer. Hormonal balance becomes more delicate. One missing piece can significantly weaken the whole structure. But when you bring these three foundational nutrients together consistently, your body gets the comprehensive support it needs to repair, restore, and remember how to function at its best. You might find yourself waking up feeling genuinely rested, not just less tired. Mental fog lifts, replaced by clarity and focus. Physical stamina increases. Walking, gardening, playing with grandkids becomes joyful again, not a chore. And crucially, That deep-seated sense of confidence, the feeling of being a capable, engaged, vital man returns. Walter wasn't a fluke. I've seen this synergistic transformation countless times in men who understand that true vitality requires addressing multiple interconnected systems. It's not about a magic bullet. It's about foundational support. However, there's a catch, a big one. Most men never experience this powerful synergy. Why? Because they unknowingly make a common, critical mistake that completely undermines their efforts, wasting time, money, and hope. If you're not careful, you might be falling into this exact trap right now. Let's expose this mistake and show you exactly how to avoid it. 5. The number one mistake sabotaging your results and how to fix it. Gerald walked into my office one morning carrying a bulging plastic grocery bag. He was 74, well-read, clearly motivated, and deeply frustrated. He emptied the bag onto my desk, a cascade of supplement bottles from various discount stores and online retailers. "Doc," he sighed, the disappointment thick in his voice. "I've been religiously taking all of these for months, spent a small fortune. But I still feel exhausted, my brain's fuzzy, and honestly, nothing's improving down there. What am I doing wrong?" My heart sank. Gerald's situation was heartbreakingly common. The biggest mistake men make, especially over 60, is assuming any supplement will do the job. They buy cheap, synthetic versions from big box stores or dubious online sellers, lured by low prices and thinking, a vitamin is a vitamin. This is a dangerous misconception. The form, quality, source, and dosage of a vitamin supplement determine everything about whether your body can actually absorb it, utilize it, and benefit from it, or whether it just passes straight through you, flushing money and hope down the drain. Let's break down the pitfalls with our 3 key vitamins. Vitamin B12. Most generic, inexpensive brands use cyanocobalamin. This is a synthetic form that requires your liver to convert it into the active forms, methylcobalamin or adenosylcobalamin, your body actually uses. As we age, this conversion process often becomes inefficient or impaired. What you need is methylcobalamin, the bioactive, ready-to-use form that bypasses this problematic conversion step. Vitamin D. Many cheap supplements use vitamin D2, ergocalciferol, derived from plants or yeast. It's less stable and significantly less effective at raising and maintaining blood levels compared to vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, which is identical to the form your skin makes from sunlight. D3 is the gold standard for a reason. Vitamin E. Synthetic vitamin E is usually listed as DL-alpha-tocopherol on labels. It's cheaper to produce but lacks the full spectrum of tocopherols and tocotrienols, gamma, delta, etc., found in natural sources. These other compounds have unique and important health benefits. Natural vitamin E is listed as D-alpha-tocopherol and ideally should be part of a mixed tocopherols or full-spectrum supplement to mirror the benefits of food. Synthetic E also has only about half the biological activity of the natural form. The mistake: buying cheap, synthetic forms, cyanocobalamin, D2, DL-alpha-tocopherol, from unreliable sources, discount stores, unknown online sellers. These forms are poorly absorbed or utilized by many older men, leading to minimal results and wasted effort. The fix: be a savvy supplement buyer. Look for bioactive forms, methylcobalamin, B12, vitamin D3, D, natural D-alpha-tocopherol or mixed tocopherols/tocotrienols, E. Choose reputable brands. Invest in quality from companies known for rigorous testing, purity, and transparency. Look for third-party testing seals like USP, NSF, or Informed Choice. They cost more because the ingredients are better and actually work. Check the dosage. Ensure the amounts are therapeutic and appropriate for addressing deficiency, e.g., D3, 2,000 to 5,000 IU daily is common for maintenance/correction in older adults. B12, 1,000 to 5,000 micrograms methylcobalamin. E. Look for around 100 to 400 IU of natural mixed tocopherols. Consult your doc for specifics based on your health. Cheap brands often underdose. Consistency is non-negotiable. Taking high-quality vitamins sporadically, a few times a week when you remember, won't create lasting change. Your body thrives on rhythm. It needs steady, daily support to rebuild energy pathways, restore blood vessel health, and balance hormones. This is about creating a daily foundation, not chasing a quick fix. When Gerald switched to high-quality, bioactive forms, methylcobalamin, D3, natural mixed E, and took them consistently every single day, the difference wasn't subtle. Within a month, he reported sleeping soundly, waking up with real energy, feeling mentally clear, and, in his own words, feeling like a man again. That profound shift didn't come from trying harder with the wrong tools. It came from using the right tools correctly. Now that you understand what to take and what to avoid, let's put it all together into a simple, realistic daily routine. You might be wondering, how do I fit this into my already busy day without it becoming a chore? That's exactly what we'll cover next, a straightforward plan any man can follow to systematically support his energy, performance, and overall vitality every single day. Let's build your personalized vitality protocol. 6. Your simple daily vitality protocol. When men sit in my office, one question comes up more than any other, often asked with a mix of hope and hesitation. Doc, just tell me exactly what to do each day. I don't need complicated theories or a dozen new habits. I just need something clear, simple, and effective that I can actually stick to. I respect this question deeply. At this stage of life, men aren't looking for the latest fad or a punishing regimen. They want practical, sustainable steps that deliver real results, steps that help them feel strong, capable, and fully alive again. Let me tell you about Frank. At 66, he was a retired carpenter, a man used to physical work and taking pride in his strength. But he came to me feeling defeated. Low energy dogged him. Sleep was restless and unrefreshing. Confidence in the bedroom had faded. We didn't try to overhaul his entire life overnight. Instead, we built a simple, powerful daily routine centered squarely on the 3 vitamins we've discussed, ensuring quality and consistency. Within weeks, Frank was a changed man. Here's the straightforward protocol Frank followed, and you can too upon waking. Start with a full glass of water. Hydration is foundational for all bodily functions, including circulation and energy. With breakfast, protein-rich, take your vitamin B12, methylcobalamin, 1,000 to 5,000 micrograms. Taking B12 with food, especially protein, can sometimes enhance absorption and is gentler on the stomach for some. Frank loved eggs or Greek yogurt. Morning, within 30 to 60 minutes of breakfast/sun exposure, take your vitamin D3, 2,000 to 5,000 IU. Adjust based on blood tests if possible. Frank would often take his D3 after finishing breakfast. Mid-morning or post-breakfast walk, get 15 to 20 minutes of gentle morning sunlight, if weather permits. This boosts natural D production and mood. If it was cloudy or winter, Frank relied on his D3 supplement. Lunch or dinner, with healthy fats, take your natural vitamin E, mixed tocopherols/tocotrienols, approximate 100 to 400 IU. Vitamin E is fat-soluble, so taking it with a meal containing healthy fats, like olive oil, avocado, nuts, seeds, fatty fish, significantly improves absorption. Frank would drizzle olive oil on his lunch salad and take his E then, or have a small handful of almonds as an afternoon snack alongside his E. Bonus, diet integration. Frank consciously included sources of these vitamins in his meals. B12, eggs, breakfast, occasional grass-fed beef or sardines, lunch/dinner. Vitamin D, fatty fish like salmon or mackerel 2 to 3 times a week, fortified milk in his coffee. Vitamin E, a daily handful of almonds or sunflower seeds, spinach in salads or smoothies, liberal use of extra virgin olive oil. He enjoyed half an avocado several times a week. The key to success: simplicity and consistency. Frank didn't add hours to his day. He made small, deliberate choices, taking his high-quality supplements at specific, easy-to-remember times with meals, getting brief sun exposure when possible, and making simple, tasty food swaps. He focused on doing it every single day. The transformation. Within weeks, Frank reported having sustained energy to actively play with his grandkids without needing a long nap afterward. His sleep quality improved dramatically. The mental fog lifted, replaced by clarity. Crucially, the interest and ability for intimacy with his wife returned, bringing a renewed sense of connection and confidence. "I feel like me again, Doc," he told me. "Not the young buck I was, but a strong, capable version of the man I am now." This is the power of providing your body with the fundamental, high-quality nutrients it needs consistently. It's not about chasing youth. It's about optimizing health and vitality for the life you're living right now. You don't need a mountain of pills or a radical life overhaul. You need the right support delivered steadily. Conclusion: it's not too late, not even close if you've stayed with me this far. I want to shift gears for a moment. I want to speak to you not just as Dr. David Lee, the men's health specialist, but as a man who has spent over 3 decades sitting across from men just like you. Men who've built careers, raised families, weathered storms, and contributed so much. Men who now find themselves at this stage of life, sometimes looking in the mirror and asking, sometimes with quiet worry, "Why doesn't my body feel like it used to? Is this just it?" Hear me clearly. That question isn't a sign of weakness. It's a profound sign of strength. It means you're still engaged. You're still fighting for your vitality, your connection, your joy, your sense of self. You're still invested in living fully, boldly, and meaningfully. That commitment deserves deep respect. We've walked through 3 essential pillars: vitamin D, the circulation igniter, the sunshine vitamin crucial for opening blood vessels, boosting nitric oxide, and restoring the healthy blood flow that powers performance and energy. Vitamin B12, the cellular fuel master, the energy generator vital for converting food into usable fuel, ATP, and building the red blood cells that deliver life-giving oxygen to every cell, combating fatigue and brain fog. Vitamin E, the vitality shield, the potent antioxidant that protects your blood vessels from damage, combats inflammation, and supports healthy testosterone levels, safeguarding your foundational health and drive. But the real power doesn't lie in simply knowing their names. The transformative potential lies in action. It lies in choosing high-quality, bioactive forms, methylcobalamin, D3, natural mixed E. It lies in taking them consistently, day in and day out, as part of a simple routine. It lies in making small, smart adjustments to your diet. This isn't just about supporting your body. It's about reclaiming your identity, your confidence, your presence in your relationships, and your ability to wake up each morning feeling capable and truly yourself. I've seen this transformation happen too many times to doubt its possibility. I've witnessed men who were utterly convinced their best days were irrevocably behind them discover a powerful second wind, a resurgence of energy, passion, and confidence that changed everything. Men like Paul, Robert, James, Walter, Gerald, and Frank. Real men facing real challenges who chose to act. So what now? That part is entirely up to you. You can take this information, nod thoughtfully, and let it fade into the background noise of daily life. Or you can choose to act. You can decide to give your body what it's been silently, desperately asking for. You can commit to that morning walk, take those high-quality supplements with intention, nourish yourself with vitality-supporting foods, and say a firm yes to your health and your future. Because here is the unshakable truth I want you to carry with you. It is not too late, not even close. You still have abundant time to feel stronger. You still have time to reconnect deeply. You still have time to reclaim the energy that makes life vibrant. You still have time to be the man you know you are, fully, boldly, and without apology. You've already taken the crucial first step by being here, by listening, by learning. Now take the next one. Choose one action from this protocol and start today. If this message resonated with you, if it gave you hope or practical help, hit that like button below. It tells me this content matters and helps others find it. Share this video with a friend, a brother, a father, or anyone you care about who might be silently struggling. You could change their life. Leave a comment. Tell me what resonated most. Ask a question. Suggest a topic you'd like me to cover next. Hormones, prostate health, Exercise for vitality. Your voice shapes this community. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. Don't miss our next vital discussion designed specifically for men over 60 committed to thriving. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. And take that next step. I'm honored to be on this journey with you. I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong.